Hi guys, David Angelini here from Insight Debate. Just a quick heads up from us that as we are now in 2017 and the 89th Academy Awards are just on the horizon now at the end of February, we will hopefully be ramping up our movie content over the next few weeks to get our ideas out there and start contributing to this debate. As such, I'm here with Irvin and Katie McDonald with some new Insight Debate movie podcasts which I hope you'll enjoy. Please subscribe to our Facebook, Twitter and YouTube accounts as well as our WordPress page to see all this content as it comes out, and please help us to cultivate the debate. The debate's very important to us and we want to argue with you. Enjoy. Hi there, this is Insight Debate back with our final review with me, Katie and Irvin, and we're doing a review now on Snowden, the biopic about Edward Snowden.
Jesus Christ.
I know, James.
We're off to a great start.
Where did James come from? I don't even know. Why is James in there?
Who is James? James Franco?
I don't know why.
He's not in that movie.
why is James on the tip of my tongue?
Well, it's Friday night.
So Edward Snowden and the what we're going to call it, the leak,
Events
the
surrounding his
CIA
notoriety.
leak, the leaking of classified information that he did a leak facilitated in 2013.
Is that when that was?
It was in 2013, yes. So this was actually a film for me. I was very, very surprised at just how soon this film's come out and how provocative it is in its subject matter, given how contentious this issue still is in the USA.
Yeah, to just put it right out there when it's still kind of ongoing to an extent.
And then you see that it was directed by Oliver Stone, who loves to just stir it up, and he does. This is exactly the kind of movie he loves to make anyway, so it makes sense. Not a hugely publicised film, I don't feel like, for what probably are obvious reasons.
It really wasn't. I don't remember seeing a lot of publicity about it at all. In fact, I think I only knew of its existence because of you.
It was a really, really great film.
I knew that it was coming out, and then didn't know that it was out until about 2 months later. I don't think it came out. It
came up on me by surprise. Yeah. I'm not sure exactly when it came out here, but it just wasn't. I think it came out in the USA earlier. Just when I thought that it was already out here, and then I didn't see it for a while, and then it kind of came out here. I thought, oh fuck! I thought it
just
already been
kind
out.
of slipped past. But yeah, like.
So it's a biopic on Edward Snowden and his leaking of classified information in 2013. So it kind of sets a little bit of backstory around Edward Snowden's early life, and then the event.
How he kind of got into that role.
He gets into that intelligence role. He works his way up the ranks, starts to realise the
what's actually going on,
ethical
greyness
grey area that they're all operating,
and
makes a decision then to expose this to the public, to the rest of the world. So it's all a true story. I mean, some of it will be a dramatisation, but for the most part it's all a true story. I believe Edward Snowden was consulted in the making of this film as well, so he did have a part in it. And that's basically what it was about. That's basically the premise.
Because
the purpose. So I was trying to establish what the purpose. Because it's a biopic, I want to try and establish what the purpose of the film was, and given that it's Oliver Stone that directed it, and given the tone and the very distinct political slant that the story is kind of told from,
and the fact that Edward Snowden is actually consulted,
I'm pretty sure the purpose of this film is to put across this story, and like from Edward Snowden's own political view of this, that the public needed to know this, and that it was an act of heroism.
Yeah, to give him voice. As a real person.
Because like we keep on saying, this is not a story that is very often that's very widely publicised. It's not a film that is very widely publicised. No. It's to try and put that story out there and make people realise just exactly what happened and how important it was and how significant it was. And I think in the UK we don't think about it enough. Maybe like I say, it is a very contentious issue in the USA. It was part of the recent election. It did come into it. I believe both Trump and Hillary were opposed to Edward Snowden. I believe Jill Stein was in favour. In favour of bringing him home and
that's what I mean by giving him voice in a way, because no matter sort of what outlet it's from, there's still very much he's still vilified to an extent in most.
He still lives in Russia.
Places. He still lives in Russia, and this gave him platform, I suppose.
So that's what
by proxy.
That's what I think the film was. That was the purpose of it, and it's told very much from that point of view. It doesn't demonise him. It doesn't put these stuff down at all. It tells a story, outlines the kind of political grey area.
Quite the opposite.
And then almost promotes that.
Yeah. There could easily have been a film where he's portrayed as a traitor in a like a kind of war criminal.
Yeah.
And I would not have enjoyed that film as
much.
Yeah,
I would not have enjoyed it either.
No, not at all.
In fact, I probably wouldn't have watched it, but
no.
That's a viewpoint that exists in the world, and it definitely...
So it's definitely a propaganda piece.
It's perpetuated by the media.
Yeah.
Well.
It's fair to say this is a propaganda piece.
Yeah, I mean, there's no...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can film something like that from a completely biased standpoint, so it can only be one or the other, and it's always going to be a propaganda piece.
So we'll talk about performance. There's performances, there's a few performances, but there's only one that matters, isn't there?
Yeah.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Like so much better than I expected it to be.
It was outstanding.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe.
I'll be honest, when I first heard that he was in that, I thought it was bad casting. I think he's a great actor, but I just couldn't see him in that role. I couldn't picture him.
When I first heard about it, I
thought
about how much he physically resembles Edward Snowden. I thought he's the only person.
I didn't think that he does though, I suppose.
Yeah, I didn't either, and then I saw him and I was instantly just, my mind was changed. I couldn't believe how
he's good. He's the only famous actor I can think of that even looks anywhere near him.
Yeah.
And sounds like him as well. That's the other kind of really creepy thing, is how he sounds like him.
I think he must have spent a lot of time with him though, because I don't...
I would love it if that was true. That would
not necessarily with him, but speaking to him on Skype and stuff like that, because he doesn't speak exactly like him normally, but in that he was so much like him.
It's a very skilled character study.
Yeah, he could have just watched videos and stuff. There's plenty of videos of Edward Snowden, but I think that he probably has spoken to him. He's picked up his mannerisms. He's got a very tight jaw. Edward Snowden, the way he speaks is he doesn't move his mouth a lot, and he seemed to replicate that very well. Yeah. So I think that he did a lot of research.
Great performance, and even just because of that, just a brilliant performance. Really impressed with it. Came out of nowhere, like you say. I knew what this film was going to be about. I knew I've maybe not a great admission, but I knew a bit more about this story from TED Talks. I used to sit and watch TED Talks and do other things while I was listening to it. And one of the episodes was about Edward Snowden. So that's where I first learned this, not too long after the events actually happened. There is a documentary out there called, I believe it's called Citizen 4, which is a more in-depth look at that and what Edward Snowden did. I haven't watched it. I will watch it though because of this film.
Same. You sort of understood the basic premise, I did as well, but really just wasn't expecting to enjoy it that much and be really
brought it to life.
Enjoy it. It's almost simplified because it isn't fiction, it's a biopic. More just was really... It made me think so much. I was really affected by
I was really looking forward to it. I completely didn't know when it could come out. I'd almost forgotten about it, but when I first heard about it, I was really looking forward to it. I was really into it when it happened at the time. I read a lot about it and stuff like that, and I was really kind of interested in the story in 2013 when all that stuff happened.
I think everyone should be really interested in it. I mean, I think
it was shocking.
I feel like it's kind of swept under the carpet a little bit to a certain extent, which is what I can't remember if it's Edward Snowden's actual words or if it's Joseph Gordon-Levitt that's saying it, but that was one of his big fears, is that people wouldn't really be bothered, or there would be a part of a news cycle and it would disappear,
which is exactly what it is.
It's a real shame that did happen.
I think with this impasse, I suppose you want to call it, that they're at, where he is in Russia and nothing happens and kind of can happen, people have easily forgotten it in the kind of tidal wave of other news drama, and
because people, I think it's easy for the mass public to think that it's not happening anymore when it's a constant thing that's always happening.
Having said that, they have just passed a bill in America to basically say that, or was it here?
So if we try and describe what the there's a Surveillance Act here, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's what you're talking about.
No, it was here. Yeah, they've just passed a bill here. That where they're basically saying they can't collect information on the mass public. They can only do it if it's for a specific purpose, which is basically the whole premise of that film is about collecting people.
So if you outline like just what exactly it is that Edward Snowden exposed. So he, in his course as NSA, CIA?
NSA. Yeah, he was he worked for a subcontractor for the NSA.
In his role with the NSA, discovered that the US government can and frequently does collect lots of personal information from basically everyone in the world, and can do that at any given time whenever they want, and do abuse it, and don't think too much about whether they should or shouldn't do it, and are constantly doing that. And it's personal information that you send and receive, messages, text messages, social media,
phone calls,
emails. They can hack into your webcams, they can watch what you're doing if your laptop's open, they can listen. Your phone is essentially an audio device. They can activate microphone on your laptop and your phone. They can listen to you. They can spy on you. They can do that at will. And they do it.
Yeah.
And Edward Snowden believed that this was information that the general public should have, that they should know that the government is capable of doing that, and that the government does do that, and exposed that to the world in 2013.
Yeah.
So obviously the ramifications of that are like vast and like massively significant. The government, the US government, essentially is privy to your dick pics. It has those pictures.
Everything else.
It can look at those pictures if it wants to. There is nothing to stop them from doing that.
There's also they say that certain words and phrases are picked up by the computer, and if you use X word or phrase, you will then be on essentially a watch list. You'll be investigated. People talking about killing the president. It could be a joke. It could be just I wish somebody would kill Donald Trump, which probably fucking hundreds of thousands of people have said. But that would put you, or President Bush at the time, or at a time I should say, that puts you essentially in. You're then being watched for saying stuff like that, which is your own freedom of speech.
And it is freedom of speech. And you know, there was the whole thing in the film where they did that little example about how people you associate with and just people you're connected to, like they can just twist that any way they want.
So obviously there's a good reason why these kind of search engines, if you like, exist to create these keywords, to try and, you know, get ahead of terrorism or get ahead of like assassination attempts. Dare say this
to collect
similar
real intelligence.
Yeah, this technology is probably directly responsible for failed assassination attempts on Barack Obama, of which we know there are many.
Yeah.
It's never happened. They've always been stopped. Dare say this technology probably contributed in large part to preventing those things from happening, and still doing, prevent terrorist attacks. Especially, you know, this time, like we're filming this on, what's the date today? 23rd of September. We've recently had a terrorist attack in Berlin. We've heard about similar attempts here in the UK and in Australia. This is the technology that contributes towards stopping this from happening. But the feeling with Edward Snowden at the time was that this was also being abused.
Yeah, it was being exploited.
Yeah, because it's like how much.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying?
It was being exploited, and they were taking advantage of the fact that they had this capability and abusing that power.
And obviously, it's not something that even touches Congress or a court or anything like that. These are decisions that are made by the NSA.
Yeah.
A guy in front of the computer level. Yeah.
And it's like a risk benefit thing. It's like, obviously it's helping.
It's a breach of privacy and
but
a breach
it's
of freedom.
Huge breach of privacy and freedom.
Yeah.
And
there's so much here that's
difficult.
unnecessary.
Like,
it's not necessary for them to have that level.
They don't need that level to do what they're doing.
So Edward Snowden, in the movie and in real life, thought this was a really, really disturbing abuse of power and wanted to make the world aware of it. So this is why there is a very, very his polarised kind of opinion in America about the virtue of his actions. He believes that the public deserved to know this, and that in order to serve his country the best way he possibly could, he had to primarily serve the people, and that it best served the people to be aware that the government was capable of doing this and were abusing that power. There's another train of thought that would say that he's a traitor, and that by exposing that information and exposing that level of detail into how the NSA and the CIA operate, he presented a security risk to the country, and that therefore it's an act of treason and he betrayed his country.
Terrorism in itself, but I disagree with that.
Yeah, I don't think it really affects anything in that matter, because if they want to communicate that way, then they can communicate that way. It'll still be under fire. He didn't stop anything. All he did was make people aware that they were being watched, that their privacy was being
so there's
violated against their will, or without their knowledge, which is against. I mean, they like to think their constitution. It's against a whole load of stuff.
So just, I mean, I'm trying my best to advocate for the other side, just to try and understand it. So the people who would demonise him would say that he, by divulging this information, so this technology allows the government to be a step ahead of these people by divulging this information and giving the general public knowledge of this technology. He jeopardised that advantage.
Yeah, so it took away they would say that he took away some of the advantage that they had.
So if you're aware of it, then you can potentially stop it.
And also there's a lot on that side who would say that they don't mind if it stops terrorism.
So that's the key phrase. I don't have nothing to hide. You know, if you don't have anything to hide, it shouldn't bother you. But I wouldn't say it was as simple an issue as
it's not really about having something to hide. It's having a right to privacy, even if it's for innocuous things.
It's the right to say, actually, I do have something to hide and I want to hide it, but it's not really
it's not illegal. I just don't exactly want the fucking world to know.
Oh shit. Yeah, I should think about that before I speak.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want my dick pics.
Yeah.
I don't want some snotty guy in front of a computer looking at my hypothetical dick pics that I definitely don't have. But if I did have, I wouldn't want to see them.
You said last month that you wish somebody would kill Donald Trump, and now there's some fucking NSA geek looking at you through your webcam while you're ripping the heat off it, watching Brazilian fart porn. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, fucking hell. But it's that, you know.
So. Yeah,
one doesn't equal another, you know, like.
Yeah, no, I don't necessarily have anything to hide as such, but you don't.
I don't have anything to hide, but if one day I decide I do have something that I would like
then
to hide,
I have the right to do that, surely.
Nah,
in 2016.
Surely everyone's got something that they want to hide. It's just not illegal. There's a lot of things you want to hide. There's things that you do not want people to see.
Kind of exactly what I mean.
Like your bald patch.
What's that?
Like your bald patch.
So a bald patch. Fuck shit.
Oh yeah, like.
I know, this is on the internet forever. So.
It's not necessarily illegal, but it's.
I'll bleep it out. You do have something to hide. You're
This is December, didn't it? Anarchy, but I guess that's the whole point.
Yeah, this isn't a funny issue, but
I know.
This is like a real thing, and I suppose the greater world significance of him exposing that information in the American context is that the American government probably and almost definitely is not the only government that has that capability.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're now living
it's
in a
about
world.
The British government as well. It's about the GCHQ, because I think they work in conjunction with the NSA.
We live in a world now where it is a real life reality that Russia had a significant effect. Russian hacking had a significant impact on the outcome of the US election.
Yep.
So this is a real thing. Like, America isn't the only country in the world that can do this, and it's not the only country in the world that are doing it.
And also, Americans aren't the only ones that are being watched by America.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I could tweet something about Donald Trump, and I would be watched, even though I'm not an American.
I mean, I'm definitely on some watch lists, but that's.
I mean, if you wanted to, you could Google specific things just because you know it would get you on that watch list. I mean, I don't see why you would want to do that, but you could to try and provoke a reaction. Maybe you could write.
Should try something.
You could think very specific. You could write very specifically, like you could go on propaganda websites, write stuff about how much you dislike the president, and then also look up
guns or something,
how to build a homemade bomb, stuff like that, and then
I dare say that I'm on some watch lists because of things that I've displayed to the public about what
the sex offenders register isn't really the kind of watch list we're talking about.
Not how I feel.
Also,
like,
I think you can get access to that.
not how because of the way I've spoken privately about Donald Trump. I dare say I'm on some sort of.
I make the joke, right? But I'm really not talking.
I've never
about
advocated for anyone to be assassinated.
No, not at all. But Is there not like a spousal thing where you can't
Is this podcast going to end up like triggering this because
we're all going to be on a watch list as a result of this podcast?
I mean, not just about what we've said about Donald Trump, but we're maybe on it right away from even broaching the subject of these particular.
Well, yeah, and
like, is Eric Snowden a search phrase? Edward, sorry, Eric.
He's not James. He's not Eric.
I'm sorry. Like, the reason I say that is because Eric Snowden is Eric Snow is a basketballer, an old basketballer from a long time ago. So my brain just does it. My apologies. Edward Snowden. Is Edward Snowden a search phrase?
Probably.
Possibly.
But yeah, no, what I was trying to say is I'm joking, but really I'm not, because there's been a lot of things I've kind of been, I suppose, vocal about in the past to do with the American government that's probably got me some things as well.
So it's a huge breach.
It's scary.
So
back to the film.
Yeah, back to the film. So that's the context that this is written in. So I think one of the effective ways that this film kind of tells that story is to portray Edward Snowden as just a normal guy for the most part of the film.
Yeah, they make a very specific point and not making him out to be perfect, not making him out to just be this
like
brilliant person.
Yeah.
Like, particularly at the start, there's some stuff, some strong opinions that he has that he voices to this girlfriend of his that I certainly didn't agree with. Like,
yeah, they're kind of Republican conservative.
Yeah, strong kind of
Right-wing.
Republican. Yeah, a lot of right wing.
Points of view.
He supported the war. I think he said at the start, and that, and he
supported
in
the
Iraq.
administration.
Yeah, and he very strongly supported
he didn't like
his employers as well.
He's quite opinionated, quite stubborn.
Yeah,
and he is just a normal guy.
He was quite Republican, quite right wing.
I mean, he even made fun of his girlfriend in that movie for being liberal. You know, he called her a liberal.
Liberal as if it was an insult.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, they weren't just portraying him as this brilliant guy. They were portraying him as a real person.
And I guess
who held the opposing point of view.
But I guess knowing that he had influence on that means that that's quite significant in a way, because he's almost saying this was so awful and shocking that it completely changed my mind.
Yeah. What it was when he went in and he saw what was happening, when he spoke to that guy that he ultimately became friends with, when he didn't have the clearance to see what he was seeing and stuff like that, he reacted the way that you would expect any normal person to react, like
indignant,
like oh my god, this is like what like confused, horrified, shocked. Not immediately running out and like phoning the newspapers, but I've been a bit taken aback by it all, and a bit like kind of disillusioned a wee bit with the
disillusioned is a good way to say it, actually. I mean, to the extent where his point of view shifts to
that's what I'm saying,
to like a full 180.
Yeah.
It changed his whole outlook.
I thought that was a really interesting way to tell the story, because I don't. We've kind of outlined what the purpose of this is to tell a story from that point of view. I don't see many people who hold the opposing point of view watching this movie and having their minds changed.
Yeah, no, I don't.
But that's another issue.
But it does certainly make it accessible for a maybe more inquisitive person of that particular point of view.
Someone that's on the fence as well, I think. It can certainly help.
Actually, I was. I don't want to say Republican, because there's a lot of Republicans who oppose this kind of thing as well. So it's not as clear cut as that.
Yes.
I was quite right wing and conservative before, and the more I learned about this, the more wrong that I thought it was, and now I hold a completely different, more liberal point of view towards this particular issue.
Yeah.
Even though I might hold more conservative points of view about other things.
And even just people
kind of makes that accessible to that kind of person.
Maybe young and they don't remember it as well, and they want to know what happened, and it's a very what's the word?
And it definitely outlines that conflict in him as well.
Relatable.
There's a significant part of the film where he's kind of to and fro and deciding what he's going to do about it. I mean, that's all illustrated through how he interacts with his girlfriend and how he's not allowed to tell her things. He's worried, putting the sellotape on the laptop, camera and all that kind of thing.
And it just makes him very much a real person. Relatable struggle, like to be one person put in that position.
It gives a real personality to him, because like I said, I read a lot about it at the time, and you don't get much. Nothing was really about his personality. You got a wee bit about how he just kind of had this suburban life and just upped and left, and he seemed like a bit of a strange person.
It's just a name.
Yeah, but when you see this, you get a good grasp of why he done it. You see him as not just
what the consequences of that were for him as well. I think that's kind of outlined and explored too.
Yeah, like he's not just a name on a Wikipedia page. He's a real person that sacrificed.
And he's not just a social justice warrior. He wasn't just somebody that's doing this for like to get recognised or to be I'm great, I'm doing the right thing. I just think he was genuinely horrified and
he's
thought
not living it up in the wake of the aftermath, you know.
Aye.
Yeah, no, it's cost him a lot.
He's not being a hero.
It was genuinely greater good.
He gave up so much. Like he didn't even tell his wife about it. Like she didn't find out until it was like basically in the papers and stuff. And he had a perfect life. He certainly was earning a lot of money. He was that Booz Allen, I think it was, that he was working for. He must have been on a hefty salary, living in Hawaii. Yeah. Like is the dream life that he had basically. But
that's my dream life.
Aye.
To live in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Looking at other people's naughty pictures. I'm just kidding.
David isn't fishing for dick pics.
No.
Even though he said it about 4 times during this podcast.
No.
You're just gonna get them all sent to you now.
Reverse psychology.
No, don't do that. The government's watching.
Don't do that or Trump will see them.
Yeah. Well as well. Can you he's in charge of this now? Fuck's
Except he doesn't want to be updated, so he won't have anything to do.
No, but is that a good thing? Because the rumour has it that he's got a small cock, so maybe that'll make him just fucking end his life.
Let's drag this back, please.
And now you're on the list as well.
Now you're on my list.
Actually, this podcast was just a complete ruse to get Donald Trump to commit suicide via penis envy.
Wow.
I'm really scared now, but thanks for that.
Is that something at the door?
See, if we're going to broach this really sensitive topic, you can either dance around it or just dive in.
We like to dive right in.
Yeah.
So yeah, Joseph. What do I say? I want to say Joseph Gordon-Levitt was good. So the last thing, I thought the film was well done because I've talked about how it makes this guy a real person, and it's kind of inspirational in that way as well. Given the difference, when you it's not the purpose of the film, but I thought it was kind of inspirational. The notion that you can have that impact just by standing up for something that you believe is wrong and demonising it, no matter what the consequences are to you personally, which is his story essentially.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of those stories so much nowadays. They were very much, they came out of the kind of civil rights era and it's like a Rosa Parks thing. People don't want to do that now, and people don't want to really make films like that now, but it really is like he was just a guy, and he could have turned a blind eye like everyone else.
It was just a guy that had flaws the same as everybody else, but just didn't want.
He just made the bold decision.
One of the things I think are particularly effective about the movie is that right at the end of it, when he go on camera. I think he goes on camera. Joseph Gordon-Levitt goes on camera
as a chat show kind of
to start to tell this story and outline this information for the media. And the camera kind of pans around that camera a little bit, and as it comes, it kind of blocks him out, and as it comes around the other side, it's the real Edward Snowden. It's spliced an image of him into the movie, and and it's Edward Snowden getting the chance to advocate for himself
and it was really
really
I
effective.
feel like heartwarming's trite, but I genuinely felt a bit
surprised me.
Like
I wasn't ready for it.
Empowered.
I was like, wow, he's actually in it.
It was quite.
He was actually in it, and he was actually speaking for himself and try to put this across himself. So Oliver Stone gave this movie's a platform for Oliver Stone to do that as well, because of that at the end. Risky move though, because if Joseph Gordon-Levitt isn't as convincing as he was in the part, then there's too much of a contrast between his performance and the real Edward Snowden.
But that's another reason why
it could have went wrong, but it pulled it off really, really well.
Good, because it's always going to be hard, in anybody, to play a real person, because you're either going to do it in a way that's caricaturish or insulting, or it's not easy to get right. You can play a fictional character any way you want if you're a skilled actor. But
I think it shows as well that he was really invested in the
part.
The part, not just the part, but the actual cause.
Yeah, he must have been.
No doubt. We're talking about what can get you on these watch lists. Just anybody's involvement in that movie probably got them on a watch list.
Aye.
And Joseph Gordon-Levitt, it's Oliver Stone. They're nailing their colours to the mast.
Aye.
It's a bold act in and of itself.
That's a film that he's never going to get nominated for an Oscar for.
Exactly.
And it was an outstanding performance.
It's a film that might impact his ability to get work in other ways as well.
Yeah, because
potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
But that again just shows how much he's invested and how much he actually took on his mannerisms and everything was another thing. I think that it needs to be more than just a part. It's more than just money.
It was an important project.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
Project is a good way to say it.
I don't even know if it was
project.
particularly high budget. I don't get the impression that it had lots of money thrown at it. I
didn't really need it.
Yeah,
for the subject matter.
And I don't think that he was bought into it. I think he just wanted.
Doesn't say that. He felt that it was enough of an important project to take on. He wanted to be part of.
Yeah. So for me, I mean, I'll give it a 4 overall in the grand scheme of movies. But as a biopic, and like if I were to judge this movie purely on did it achieve what it was trying to achieve as a movie, I would give it a 5. But that's on a skewed scale.
Yeah. I love how we've kind of had this with all the films.
It's
tonight, where they've had a specific kind of niche almost.
It's a way of
where they can be judged.
It's a way of comparing it to other movies that are like it, and I think there's
every movie in general.
Did I personally like it, or does it achieve what it sets out to achieve? So not all films do set out to achieve something. This film does.
Yeah, and I would agree with your ratings based on that. Like,
as a biopic, it's probably a 5, but in a
real life movie world,
in comparison to other movies, and did I enjoy my viewing experience and all this kind of thing, I'd say it's a 4.
I really want to give it a 5, but I just don't know if a biopic.
It's too personal and subjective though. Yeah. I wrote 5 on my little list the first time when I wrote it, and I can't justify that. It's a 5 because I personally feel like I agree with everything that movie tries to do.
Passionate about it.
Our scale's supposed to be objective, I suppose, and I can't pick any flaws, but I can't say anything that would be better. But I just don't know if a biopic can be a 5.
Because within its genre,
it's not original,
it's very, very close.
It's not original. It can't really be artful. Really, you can tell. It can, like I say, it can be artful in the way that it tries to achieve its purpose. But it's a limited type of artfulness. It can't be like Nocturnal Animals. It's not like I'm going to tell the story of Edward Snowden through someone writing a book about
they can't be any more dramatic than the real events.
And it can't be coy, and it can't be open to interpretation. So
I think a 4 overall, but in terms of biopics,
and my personal political beliefs are more in line with
the movie.
Absolutely,
mine too.
That's something that should have been out there. That's something people should have known. I think he's a hero. I don't think he's committed treason. I think he's done the public, not just the American public, but the global community. I think he's done them a great service, and he should be respected as a hero for that.
Definitely.
Yeah, he's.
And it explores the film explores that issue between what does it being a patriot? What does that mean? Does it mean serving your government, or does it mean serving your people?
Yeah.
And for me, 10 times out of 10, that's always going to be serving the people.
Especially nowadays.
Yeah. There's a line that sums it up for me in V for Vendetta, where he says, "People shouldn't be afraid of their government. Government should be afraid of their people."
Yeah.
And I believe that, and for that reason,
absolutely.
Such a great film, was it? Genuinely such a powerful film. It was. I felt really good after watching it, and it was.
That really kind of empowered.
Yeah, it's one of these films where you watch and you want to tell people to watch it. You need to watch this film.
Become activists.
Exactly,
a little bit more.
Reason, because of the purpose of the film, I will go and tell as many people as possible to watch this, because I believe that the purpose of it is important. Not even just the purpose being important, but it was entertaining. It was enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, and
they could have had the same message and the same purpose, but the film just not be done that well. But it was just really enjoyable to watch. Everything about it was just great.
Well, I was going to say kind of like that. Even the medium of it, some people are maybe more inclined to watch that than they would a documentary about the same story.
Yeah.
So it's a good way
So, like
to
I
get
say,
people to understand.
I came to the film first, and
Yeah.
I'll now go to the documentary.
Yeah, exactly. See, I would have watched the documentary on it, but you wouldn't get the same amount of enjoyment out of the documentary as you would with that because it was such a good film. Yeah.
So definitely recommend watching this, guys, and we'll be back, I guess, soon enough with some reviews of some other films.
Hopefully.
If
the NSA don't hear this
I'm
podcast.
not have my internet usage revoked.
If you don't have your speech revoked, your use of your limbs,
and like unsolicited dick pics,
and your freedom.
oh yeah, as an afterthought to the dick pics, and I'll just be around writing my fangirling book.
So our next podcast will be streamed from Guantanamo Bay.
I'll be doing it via Skype. from Moscow. No, thanks so much for listening, guys, and we'll be back soon. Thank you very much. Thanks very much for listening to us, guys. Please let us know what you think and get in this debate with us by liking, commenting, retweeting or sharing us to give us a piece of your mind. We're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube and WordPress, and we want to hear from you. Thank you very much for the support.